Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas with my lovely co-host here, Lori, and I'm Norm, and we have two new guests.
Yes.
Henry? No. Stephen?
And Stephen, yes.
Stephen and Frank?
Elix.
Elix?
Elix.
Oh, E-L-X? Oh.
E-L-I-X.
Oh, okay, Elix. Like we said, I don't remember names. When you see as many people and all that,
we answer
too.
to George, Paul, Tom.
Yeah, that's it. As long as I don't call people too late for dinner.
Yeah, sometimes he just makes up names and calls you that the whole show. He's done that to a couple of guests.
Some of them get upset, don't they? But that's okay.
Most of them take it.
Yeah, that's who I am, you know.
Yeah.
And I have two people, and they are going to introduce themselves and tell us what you do, please, and your website and all that.
Okay, so I'll start. So my name is Stephen Macek. My website is stephenthemedium.com, Stephen with a V. And I'm an attorney, so I still have my practice, my own practice, which I've had since 2008. And in 2010, I'm not the typical, and I'm also a medium, I'm not the typical medium that, you know, would see spirit when they were little or small. You know how you hear so many stories,
Right.
which I think is fantastic. I went my entire life pretty much of just being a regular person, and in 2010, Elix and myself went to see a medium, and she came up to me and said, "What is your name?" And I said, "Stephen," a very well-known medium, and said, "You're a medium and you don't know it." And I just looked at Elix and said, "Where's my reading?" Because she didn't read me. She just walked away, and I was like more upset because I didn't get a reading. And once that happened, it was like the light switch went on, and all these things started happening. All these spirit, if you will, knew that I knew, so that they started coming to me. And you know, thankfully, Elix bought me a mediumship certification so that I was able to, because I had no idea about spirit. I had no knowledge of anything. And I took that with a great woman, Carol Nicholson, who I've taken all my certifications from. And now I'm doing readings. Next year in July, I was just booked for a cruise.
Wonderful.
Yeah, which is terrific. There's going to be, it's a mediumship themed cruise, and there's 4 mediums, and I'm one of them. So it's July of 2018, and I'm really excited about that.
That is very cool.
Yeah, no, it's been going very fast. It's been a whirlwind, but it's been really, really good. And I got to say, the mediumship thing is way better than the legal thing. So I love being an attorney, but the mediumship
I need to talk
is.
to you after the show. I need a lawyer, seriously. I need a lawyer for. I'm actually starting a foundation for healing paws.
Oh, for animals.
For animals, yes.
It's a non-profit, and I need to have an attorney. I'll talk to you after.
Oh, that's so terrific. And anything to do with animals, I'm in. So
this is my dream. Oh, really? Okay.
I-
You heard it, folks. You heard it on Norm, Lori, and
We all
Fred.
heard it.
We all-
They heard you around the world. You committed
That's
now.
an easy one for him. He will come through.
Yeah.
it is
And
for
one of the
animals.
things I'm so excited. Oh, this really made
Yeah,
my
I know.
day. You know, this I get emotional.
Yeah. This is such a wonderful, this has been Norm's dream for years.
Really?
And what the foundation does is if you have a pet, you take it to the vet, and the vet says it's going to be, thousands of dollars, and I can't afford it, I'm going to have to put my pet down. Well, we're working with some vets, and they'll call us and say, hey, these people need your help to pay the vet bills so they don't have to put their beloved pet down.
Wow.
And we will pay
Wow,
those
no.
vet bills. The vets have to call us, though,
Yeah.
because sadly, people aren't always honest.
Well, my grandfather, who I never met, always told me. Well, that's right. As a medium, I shouldn't even be saying that. But he always said to my mom and her 3 sisters that if you meet a person and if they don't like animals, they're no good.
That's right.
And that's been just
I agree
a
with
theme
that.
that I've followed. And my cousin Holly, who lives in Florida, she actually started, because we're from the same family, she actually started what's called RAD. It's a shelter, a rescue, a dog for dogs, her and her daughter Morgan. So it's
Nice.
been, we come from a family of loving
So
animals.
good.
And,
We
it's
can understand.
Saturday night we were at Cambridge coming out of the restaurant, and there was a little mouse or rat. We still don't know. And he was hurt.
a mouse.
And we picked him up. We ran back in the restaurant. We got a little styrofoam container, and we brought him to Tufts Wildlife to see if we could
thank
help
you.
him.
They saved him, by the way.
I unfortunately I called and there was a little issue about what happened with him, so they told me he didn't live. But I definitely got a message from him the day after, which was from
Right.
the little mouse, which was
You
terrific.
made a huge
saved
effort.
him.
That's so.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my God.
Well, exactly. No,
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
cry.
did.
I'm just
Yeah,
because I
okay.
feel so big.
We
The
have-
mouse's
oh my God,
joy.
this is going to be a great show.
I love it,
know
Lori.
is
I
now,
love it. I love it.
Because one of the things that inspired me was that I have a friend of mine who's, a friend of mine's friend who spent $2,900 for an operation for her dog, and then she needed $90 more to get the medication, and they refused to give her the medication.
Because she didn't have the $90.
Because she didn't have
Horrible.
and think about, and the dog will be in pain. So luckily, another friend of mine and I, we got together. And then when I read about, was it in Exeter, or when that lady dropped the cat off at Walmart?
Oh, at Walmart, yeah.
And I don't think it was malicious. I really don't.
I think she just couldn't afford
couldn't
to take care of it. It needed medical attention, and she put it somewhere where she knew it would be found, and it would be found quickly.
And then,
You know?
April, we had a fundraiser for the Manchester Animal Shelter. I think we raised something, 1,800?
1,800, 1,900
$1,900.
after expenses
Wow.
for the animal shelter. So now all our fundraisers
unbelievable.
are going to be for this nonprofit, Healing Paws.
Fabulous.
Got to give back to the community.
Absolutely.
Okay. You think you're a medium now?
I was going to say, you were open to it. Wait till you decide to open to your other gifts.
Yeah. But one thing I
Yeah.
want you to always make sure that you're grounded.
Yes.
That's good advice.
I have been doing this for older than you are, trust me. Of course, I'm only 35. No, 33 though.
27. Get it
27,
right.
you're
Jeez,
right,
I have to keep
27.
track of your birthdays for you?
Yes, well, dementia, see? I've been doing it for a while. And mine was all bit like yours is going to be. I cannot encourage you to take classes on it. Okay? And I'm really serious on this. Because you have, as much as the classes are valuable, but you have learned enough through the books or education that you need to really do more on your own. And I'm not taking classes away. I'm not taking away teaching for people or anything like that.
No,
But
it's
when you-
it's
But
good.
you're right.
Yeah,
You're
no,
actually very good at that.
it's good. That's
I'm
good
in
advice.
favor of teaching people. I've been training. I do more and more. I had a guy come over there today, and he says, I hear all these voices. The doctor says I'm paranoid. I go, no, you're not paranoid. We started talking. So now, see, to me, paranoid. The doctors don't know how to describe paranoia or schizophrenia. Let's be honest. I was on a debate with him. I wouldn't shut up, you know.
You wouldn't shut up? I
No.
find that hard to believe.
But they're going, I said, all you're doing is medicating. You're medicating. You know, that's all you. Well, this pill doesn't work. That pill. How about if you look into this spiritual being, and maybe the people from the other side are really people who are there, and because he could have died in a car accident where his spirit isn't sure where it should be going. And if you're like if I hit my head against the wall, I'm dizzy anyway. But you know how sometimes we get confused.
Touching
And this is what I believe that with a spirit. Okay, I believe spirits can be confused, and because they're not sure if they should be here or they should be on the other side. You know?
Yeah, well, until they figure
Until
out,
they figure out,
they can
Or
enter
somebody
that
would-
spirit of confusion.
Yeah, and then they can then somebody releases, you know. Oh hell, I was confused for years, you know.
You?
No,
I
almost.
find that so hard to believe.
Hey, I had 3 birthday parties. I got 1 more I'm going to.
Awesome.
So it'll be 4.
You deserve
Wow,
every one of
am I
them,
a
big guy.
queen? No, that person.
Birthday
no.
parties are good.
Oh yeah, they even have fireworks for me.
Wow.
Wow.
There's one, the last one I went to. I don't know if I read it to. They wrote to you, "We love you, Norm. We know you're abnormal. That's why we." Who wants to be normal? What is normal?
There is no such
There's
thing.
no such thing.
No.
That's right. Yeah.
You know you're an airhead, right?
It's a good thing.
You're looking at Elix, right? When you say
Both
that,
of
It's a good thing.
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of astrology.
How do you define that?
Yes,
Okay.
There you
You're
go.
born, right?
Yeah. Okay. We are in the world, but we're not of the world. So we are above. We're above at a higher level of planetary.
So we run around up here
you know,
out
but
of the
we
physical
have-
plane a lot.
Yeah.
That's what he means by that.
Okay.
It's a good
thing.
compliment.
It is.
Yeah.
It
Like
really
astro
is.
projecting.
Yeah.
Or just
We have to
when
be
you're
in
connecting
the world,
to the other
but
side.
we don't have to be of the world.
Right.
Okay. You're going to start doing a lot more astral projecting than you ever done.
Hang on.
Be prepared. Just don't do it while you're driving.
Okay. One
I've
less
had
thing-
people
Okay.
say, "Oh, well, what if I'm driving?" I go, "Well, then you got to learn how not to drive with a hat."
Yeah,
know,
you need to
figure-
have control. You
yeah,
can't just
it's
let
still
yourself go
control.
willy nilly.
Even if, no matter what, like the guy that came in on Monday. Oh yeah, like the guy. I have a habit of banging it. Then he yells at me. I have a habit of, like I was telling the guy, when you're astral project, you're not gonna die. You're going to go on. You can bring yourself back in at many times. Like I can be sitting watching TV, and if I feel like I'm going to CNC operating room, watch them operate. That's pretty cool. You know?
Absolutely.
I was a nurse for many, many years, so I got used to it. You're an attorney.
You were a nurse?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, every once in a while I feel like one of the patients I used to take care of, you know. But I also will tell you, you're still practicing law.
I am.
I'm going to tell you not to give it up for another 10 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, because you need that financial security as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
People think that because of what you do and what your life coach and what we both
I
do,
do, yeah.
people see that, and like what she did. I've said this so many times, and she has to repeat it, that once we become mediums, that we're going to automatically be millionaires overnight. It doesn't work that way. If it was, I'd be a millionaire tenfold, right?
You know what? We never let Elix introduce himself.
Oh, I'm
we got
sorry.
distracted.
Yeah.
I
It's your
apologize.
I know.
Just when I thought I was safe.
Nope,
No,
I'm not letting you off the hook.
So I am the sidekick, not the sidekick, but his sidekick. I'm the husband, and we've been together for about 25 years in April. Super excited about that. And I am an executive and a life coach. I have my own practice. I've been a coach for over 15 years, but the last 4 years, going into 5, I opened my own practice. And what that is for me is I'm somebody who's really committed to making a difference. I'm somebody who's really committed to transforming the world one person at a time. And that's what I do with my clients. I work with, my practice is twofold. I have a group of executives, corporations, where I train and coach the executives to perform at a higher level. You know, like high performing individuals who are looking to do better. And then I have a group of young people who are, most of them are looking to open their business, entrepreneurs, and they're looking for somebody that can help them create that opening, for somebody that can help them really think bigger and not be constrained by the fear that
Right.
gets in our way. And so I love what I do, and I actually feel there's a synergy between what we both do, because he's constantly making a difference, and I know that what I do makes a difference. And when you asked me before about, you know, the question that you proposed to me, do I know that I saved my life? You know, and I thought about it, and I clearly do. And honestly, I do what I do because I feel that in many, many ways, is what I provide for people is safe, life-saving tools that they can take and they can enhance their life in wherever they are in their journey. And then the other thing is, when you talk about giving back to the community, I have a pay it forward program, because I was very, very lucky to have a group of people who were mentors who supported me along the way. So I always feel that there's always that you should always give it back, however you can. And in my case, I give it back by offering people who don't have resources an opportunity to get coached for a month. So, and that's something I'm really, really proud of.
Awesome.
That is
So
wonderful. Thank you.
You have it that if they can't afford it, you don't turn them away.
I don't. It's an application process, and I review the applications. You know, and I, you know, I'm one person, so I have to, you know, be considerate of time and.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for people. Here's what I look for. I look for the people who want it and really want it bad and are willing to do the work. And if I can sense that somebody is that kind of an individual, I will do whatever it takes to support them. Because you know what? I've had those people.
High five, my dear friend.
High five.
Okay.
High five.
That is so awesome.
That is wonderful.
I was looking at their dedication. As you know, I do a lot of evaluations and all that. And I'm looking at, they both truly love what they do. Otherwise,
Yes.
you were two people that would never do it if you didn't like it.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And by the way, you're going to be, what kind of law do you practice?
Actually, it's twofold. I represent kids in juvenile court, and I also do. I also represent a hospital, so I do guardianships and conservatorships for patients that go in.
I'm going to tell you, when you said I would think of family law, and I'm going to tell you now, you're going to get a very upscale, rich people, money and all that stuff, and that child is the one that's actually suffering. You're going to win for that child,
That's good to hear.
okay? And actually, there are two children, a boy and a girl. And just because these people think that they can buy this and they can buy that, and you are clever enough, and don't be afraid to use your psychic ability or theory ability to know what is garbage and who is. That's how you win a lot of your cases, by the way. You know, you're also going to be representing the hospital against somebody who is really going to be bringing a lot of false charges against the hospital. Okay, so you are where you're supposed to be, whether you want to be or not. That's your choice.
That's good.
Okay, I mean you can walk away from it all. You know, we all have free will. Hey, I used the correct word, didn't I?
did.
I'm good. I'm
You
getting
are on
good.
fire today.
Yeah. But you're going to be getting, you know, you can walk away, but then you're going to always wonder, could I, should I, would I? You know, that's like the biggest scary thing when I get out of the medical field. I come home at 11 o'clock at night in November, cold as hell out there and all that, and I just walked away from everything, believing in the spirit, and that's what we have to do.
Wow.
Okay. I also will tell you this cruise is going to be very successful for you.
That's
But
good to
you
hear.
Also, be prepared for two people being very jealous of you.
Uh-oh.
And that happens a lot. And it shouldn't have to happen. It should, like, I'm sure there are people that could be of her and I, but you know what? And that's it, that's their loss. It's not that, you know.
No, you're right.
Because you work very hard for what we have. There'll be people like what you do. There'll be people that, oh, who does he think he is? Because like you just said, and you're dedicated to what you do. Do you prefer to work with the younger adults or the older?
Honestly, it doesn't matter to me so long there's commitment. But I will tell you this. What I find is that the younger people, their filter is less limited. So they are just willing to do whatever it takes. And that to me is an extraordinary attitude. When you have that, I mean, think about athletes. You know, think about the extraordinary athletes. They're extraordinary because they whatever they put their mind into, they do. They don't have self-limiting constraints.
Right.
And I find that young people are exactly that. They don't have those self-limiting constraints.
Right.
Right.
Right, yeah. Because it's amazing. Yeah, I do a different kind of coaching than you, obviously, but it is amazing to me how many grown people still have their fears from childhood and let them dictate how they live their lives today.
Yeah. She has been a big asset on this when they learning how to let go of my childhood.
Wow.
I never told you that, have I?
No,
No.
thank you.
I
You
held
needed
a
us to come.
Yeah.
I guess.
I had a lot of resentment towards my dad and the town and all that. And she teaches very much into forgiveness
Wow.
and to let go. And I have to let you know if I get weepy here.
Oh, see, you're gonna make
Hope
me
my
cry.
makeup- hope my
Yeah, I
makeup-
hope
my
you
makeup
make,
isn't
yeah,
running.
it's- yeah, no, your
You look good.
mascara's good.
You have really taught me a lot.
Thank you.
Okay,
That means
and
a
I mean
lot.
that, you
No,
know.
thank you.
You
You're
know.
gonna make me cry.
And then we had a guy out here last week.
Yes, last week.
What was his name?
Lou.
What was it?
Lou.
Oh, not Henrietta?
No, it wasn't Henrietta.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Lou.
Oh, sounds good. And he talked about forgiveness, okay? I had to go home and think about this a long way because there's a gentleman that embarrassed me on the show, and Lori wasn't here, so it was
It
embarrassing.
was
You
a week.
were or you weren't here?
I was not. It was a week I wasn't here.
Yeah.
That guy's
But
lucky
still,
I wasn't here
yeah.
because I would have taken him out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
I was so angry
Then he
with how he
apologized,
treated-
but I didn't feel it. And then I didn't know. I held that prideful ego. Then this guy Lou came on. He talked about forgiveness, and I thought about it. Whether he's sincere or not, that's his choice. And he did, and I had to ask him to forgive me for not accepting his apology.
Wow.
That
And
was
for me, that's
a big
That's
step for
huge.
Norm. Yeah.
I'm a wicked ego. I mean, you'll never be able to
You
know.
No,
never.
never.
I'm a triple Leo,
No one could ever tell.
Well, have you ever heard that saying when you talk about forgiveness? When you hold on to resentment, it's like you take poison and expect somebody else to die.
Right.
So you wouldn't want to do that. So that's why forgiveness is necessary.
That's what I had. And my dad actually came through with another woman who came through and told me that I didn't need to have his forgiveness. He needed mine.
Wow.
So that was cool, right?
Yes.
You know, so
That
when
was a
my dad,
beautiful
I
moment.
was like an abandoned child, but you know what? I looked in the mirror and I tried to see what it would be like had my dad and mom lived. I didn't like what I saw. I like what I'm doing today. I love what I'm doing, just like you two,
Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, right?
You want to do this for
As
the
hard
both
as
of
that
you
is
or
to believe
separately?
sometimes.
No, separately.
Whoa.
So what am I doing? Just
Shuffle
Shuffle.
them all up.
Black Velvet.
Yeah.
See, I would have said together. See, that's
Now you
how
hurt
we,
his feelings.
how that's how we work.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
I love it. They're going to come back.
I know, right? I
I'm
just,
planning on in September, October. You guys going to be coming back.
We would love it.
Okay. Now I'm going to have you shuffle them out, spread them out. You're going to have to work.
come here, Buddha.
Lori gave me my gift here, and that comes on every show.
I love it.
Just about.
I love it. As a matter of fact, Lori, we were down the Cape for a week vacation, and I bought a little Buddha to put in my office. It's like a fountain
nice.
Buddha. So as soon as I walked in, I loved it.
Take out 5 cards, but don't look at them.
I try to have a Buddha in every room of my house. I don't know why, but it just seems to make.
Every time
Peaceful.
I put that in my living room, it falls off, so I have to put it back into the office.
That's because she needs to be in your office.
Yeah.
And yes, I did decide that was a she.
This is really, while he's doing it, you remember that necklace you were
Yes.
wearing it with a silver
Yeah.
ring on it?
Yeah, I was wondering why you weren't
This
wearing it
little
today.
girl. Oh my God, she was the most cutest little girl. And she kept looking at my necklace. And she, I like from Africa or wherever, doesn't matter. And so I took it off and I asked her mother, father, may I give it to her? And they said yes. And I gave them my card and they started crying because if a spiritualist like yourself or myself and then give them something, that means that something to them. So, and I thought it was that made my night. Always remember everything that we
Wow.
have. Is
He's trying to
always
make me
temporary.
cry.
I know, right? He's on a roll today.
Oh, I really am, girlfriend.
Wow. Holy cow.
All right, calm down. I will get it out. Spirits can be so bossy,
They certainly can.
especially the ones that come here. Huh?
Well, yours. Yours are, well, because you're so stubborn, you don't hardly listen, so
Right,
they didn't
that's
learn to be
true.
forceful.
The ladies are over there smiling. Okay.
I don't see her today.
I would like you to think about something that you want to happen for you with your left hand, but I don't want to know about it, nor can you tell anybody.
And just for you.
Yeah, just for you only.
Okay.
Okay. Now put your left hand over here. There you go. When you've done that, take your hands back. Patience is a virtue. Only you'll have to understand that. You become too impatient, it will happen when in the time it should happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Who's he reading?
I'm your husband. I know about
There you go.
all of you. So.
I will actually tell you when you're on a roll right now. Spiritual roll. You're also on a financial roll. Don't ever take it for granted because you could lose it all overnight. And I'm really serious because I have had that happen. Okay, you and your partner have been getting together actually in your past life when it wasn't recognized, even more so. You were actually both of you were burned at the stake for being compatible with each other.
Wow.
I wish there was a way I could really prove this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you just take my word for it. Because remember that it's still new even in this era because people are so narrow-minded. You know, and actually there again, I got to give her credit. It actually took me a long time to admit what's going on. Huh?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Well, what you have to remember, though, and
Yeah.
people need to remember, is homosexuality's been around since the
Oh.
dawn of man.
Oh yeah.
And it was well recognized and even celebrated in the churches until the Great Plagues came and wiped out a lot of humanity, and the powers that be got scared.
Yeah.
That's when it became an issue. Before that, it was celebrated in every culture.
You and your partner are going to make 50 years together. I don't know how we put up with you. But I'm like,
You talking to me? You sure?
but you two.
I like-
You know, I also will tell you, like I said before, you got a lot more success coming to you.
That's
okay?
good.
The house that you're living in now, do you want to sell it?
Yes.
Because it's being sold.
We've been talking about
I
it.
would actually tell you that you need to get a bigger house.
See,
There's
listen
nothing
to him.
wrong with showing your prosperity. Okay, as long as you do it wisely. That's the key words, wisely.
That's a good word.
You have a cat?
No.
Are you ready for a cat?
No.
Yes, you
We
are.
could be, yes.
No.
Yes, you are.
No. No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, he is bringing home.
We have
the
we have
thing
dogs.
is-
We have dogs.
I
We're
don't care.
He loves animals, so he says no, but as soon as he see a little thing crawling, he'll be like,
well,
I
that's
have
Yes.
cat and dogs. That fallacy that cat and dogs don't get along is garbage.
no, we
I
got
mean,
cats.
We
are
did have him
some,
when I met
like,
Elix. He had a cat, and we
I
got
mean,
a
there are
dog.
some cats and dogs, but for the
Yeah.
most part, it's how you
That's
introduce
because
them.
the
and-
owners don't allow them to.
Right.
Okay. My favorite saying I hate hearing is, "Oh, it's raining like cat and dogs," or "People get along like cat and dog." I get along great with my dog. I get along great with my cat. And I say thank you. I also will ask you if you have a dental plan,
Do I?
do.
Yes.
and you're going to need some heavy dental work done.
I just went to the dentist.
I don't care.
It was good.
I don't care. I'm telling you, in 2 years, you're going to need some heavy dental plan.
All right.
Because when you brush your teeth, you're like a jackhammer. Okay?
That is true.
You need
Especially
one of
if you had a
those
couple of
brushes that tells you
cocktails.
when you're pushing too hard.
Maybe I do, Laurie.
Yes,
Yeah.
and time.
It
That's
just
a
stops.
dime.
It maybe slaps me. you
Yeah,
know.
it'll stop. if you do
Sensodyne
it.
is the best toothpaste you can buy.
What is it?
Sensodyne,
Okay.
I recommend that for everybody.
Oh, I don't.
Okay? But that's my
Yeah, that's your preference. I
and
don't.
tell 'em.
Yeah.
I think Sensodyne should give me some of their money. I recommend that to everybody, you know.
Mm-hmm,
I also will tell you do have a cat coming. You're going to rescue that cat because you're not going to allow this cat to be abused. It has been hit by a car or whatever.
That makes sense.
Okay?
And we would
You
probably
live
do
in a-
that.
You would-
You're getting me emotional already, Norm.
That's okay.
Oh,
You also live in a wooded area.
Yes.
Okay, you have a lot of wild animals, huh?
Yeah.
They love you.
Oh my God.
You have
We know that.
nothing
We say that all the time. They're like only in our yard.
because they're your protectors.
Your
Okay.
spirit. guides.
Anybody comes near you to the animal will show themselves and people will run.
I'm not going to get through this without crying. This,
That's okay.
this.
That means I'm doing right, right?
Yes.
It's a good thing.
I also tell. Did your mother pass?
No.
Okay. How old is she?
She would not forgive me if I tell you.
Yeah.
But she
Around
she's 80.
80. Okay. You got her for another 10 years.
That's good.
She's pretty feisty, huh?
She is.
She's not afraid to tell you where to go, sit in the corner.
Oh, never has. Never
She
never
still
has.
does today.
Yeah.
She wants some ice cream.
She loves ice cream.
Okay. Make it her favorite kind.
And I know what it is.
Okay.
Because you're a good
And
son.
she says, don't forget the cherries and the whipped cream. She likes fried chicken.
That makes sense.
Who's to cook?
That would
That's
be me.
right. Make her some fried chicken. You're perfect. You can do no wrong.
In her eyes? Oh, absolutely.
She
No
can
question.
put- oh yeah, she finds fault with you, but not. But she does it with love.
Yes.
Okay.
She knows.
And your dad is
Crossed.
crushed. He doesn't understand what is going on between you two, to be very honest with you, and he doesn't understand what your mediumship is about and all that. but he respects and loves you for it. And he wants you to forgive him for whatever he may have done to hold you back. Okay, I don't know what that means, only you know. Okay. Were you an altar boy?
My brother, not me.
Okay, your brother, is he a Catholic today?
Yes.
Is he?
And I'm the opposite.
Yeah. He doesn't understand. Do you talk with him at all?
Unfortunately, no.
No, because he chooses to follow the hypocritical Catholic ways.
Yes.
Okay. Even though he was molested by a priest.
And we haven't spoken since this mediumship started, so he doesn't even know. I mean, he may know indirectly,
He
but
knows. But he doesn't. He
through
will
my
never
nephew or
accept it.
somebody.
Okay,
But
yeah. I also will tell you that you've had some pretty rough times, you two together, haven't you?
I mean, I think the normal.
The two of us?
Yeah, I mean, I think the.
I mean, I'm not talking about fighting with each other. I mean, that's normal. I mean, financially, you've learned how to become more independent and to be more conservative.
Oh, absolutely.
You know
Right.
what stop
Right.
signs are, young man?
Hmm?
You know what stop signs are?
Yeah.
Stop signs?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know you're supposed to stop at
I
them,
keep
right?
telling Norm it's situational.
Yeah, you know. You really got to stop or you're going to hit a car and it will be your fault.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
And boy, he will not let you forget, trust me.
Oh, I know.
He enjoys harping on things.
Yes.
I'm an attorney.
Yeah. Who's the house
It's
cleaner?
like living with Judge Judy.
We have someone.
Yeah, someone comes in and cleans the house?
Yes.
They're not doing
Well, in
it.
between though, I do.
No, but
I would
I
be the
You're a
one.
fanatic at it.
Yes.
Yes, I
You
can.
want
Be.
everything in a certain place. You're
Oh.
like your mother that way. And your grandmother.
I never knew my grandmother.
You know.
Sure
You don't
about
have
your
to
mother,
know them
but-
in
No,
person.
yeah, my mother was not. My mother was not.
And then
No, maybe this is you because you're very anal.
Is your mother?
He's very anal.
Yeah.
I am, but I can see how that applies to him because he's fanatic about the bed sheets have to be washed every Friday and like, oh my God, help us all. So
So shit, next time we'll play it on Friday.
no, seriously.
Well, one other thing I am also, you're very routine.
Me? Yes.
You don't like your routine upset.
No.
This is why you two get along
Neither do
so
I, no.
well.
Yeah, he doesn't either.
No, so that's the way you two to get along so because everything is very routine. You get up at a certain time in the morning, you make your coffee at a certain time, and you go to your office at a certain time. I'm going to challenge you to reverse it. Get up a little bit later in the morning.
Me?
Not make your bed.
No, no, reverse it.
Yeah, not
Meaning
make your
you get
bed
up
at a certain
early.
time.
Move along, Betty. Pick another card.
That ain't happening. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, that's like when I go grocery shopping. I have to go a certain way. If not, I get all. I can't
Yes.
handle it. You know, we all have. Even the spirituals, we all have our quirks. You have your quirks.
Me? No. I'm perfect. What are you talking about?
You have a big decision to make. Do you want to really sell your house and get to another house, or do you want to stay where you are?
That's what we're
Okay.
talking about right
My
now.
advice is to shop around and see what you can find, but try to hold on to the house you got right now for at least a year. Otherwise, you're going to lose money. And if you're like I am, I count my money this way and I cry this way. You know.
Well, he's an attorney. He's going to make sure he doesn't lose any
Yeah,
money.
but I'm just telling you to make sure, okay? I also will tell you, you're going back to school. You're going to get a lot more knowledge of psychology, so it's going to help you with your life coaching.
I'm in the process of starting a certification program with, I met this woman, Judith Glazer. She's created this program, conversational intelligence, CIQ, and I really connected with her. She's an extraordinary human being, extraordinary person, and I graduated from her program, and I am getting a certification through her program. So yes, I am starting.
But you
school.
also need to take a course in psychology.
Really
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay, because that's going to, even though you have all these certifications, but you still need to have that understanding a little bit more about the personality of people, And that's, I think, where my medical field come in handy with me, because when I do a lot of private counseling and spiritual counseling, and with the background I have, it helps me a lot more, and it would help you to have a better understanding. Okay. Do you have any masters in law?
He does.
Yeah. Well, JD.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
You practice by yourself?
Yes.
You have your own private practice?
Yes.
Okay, because you're going to be expanding. Whether you want to or not.
I practice by myself because I can't practice with anybody else.
No, but I mean, you're going to be expanding.
Because I like doing things the way I want to do them.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to
Well,
do.
you're
You're going to
very
have another
routine.
person who's going to, like an assistant or a paralegal.
You'll get someone under you.
Yeah.
You're going to be the boss. It's still
You're
going to
always
be
going
your
to be
way.
the boss. You're
Yeah.
too pig-headed to have somebody else do it. This is what your father just
Did you
said.
two talk before I got here?
No, I'm just repeating what your father said, okay? He actually is very proud of you because no one ever expected you to be an attorney.
Correct.
Yes, it is. Okay, and everybody, one of them wanted you to be, your father or your grandfather wanted you to be a priest.
To be a priest.
Yeah.
That wasn't
That wasn't going to
happening.
happen.
No, I couldn't picture you as a priest either.
No way.
I went to confession to a priest one day. I got so excited I had to leave. I won't say on the air. A lot of good changes. This is your year for the both of you. For the both of you. This is your year. Okay? Grab it and go with it. You also have some people that are so-called friends of yours that are very jealous of your relationship.
Wow.
It's so sad that people have to be jealous of somebody else's relationship. When they can have the best relationship in the world if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like with her and her husband, they have an awesome relationship. And when I met him, you could see the love between them two. You know? And I know there's people that are jealous out there of it. You know what I know. But you know what? I don't have time.
I don't know anybody who's jealous. I know people that want what we want.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
That's all, you know. Okay, I'm going to have you take out 5 cards.
Well,
I'm
he
gonna have
needs,
to swap
he
over.
needs to shuffle them, though.
Yeah, I need to shuffle them.
So do you want me to put them back in order first?
Also, we
Yeah.
switch.
See, this is where Norm has his quirks. I have to put all the cards back in order first.
When you do meetings, how long have you been doing it now?
The first reading was 2013. That was my first reading.
Was it scary?
It was very, very scary because it was a guy who came to fix the garage door, and this gentleman was like 6'4". I mean, his arms were as big as my head. He was gigantic. And I went up I asked him how much it was when it was all done, and I went upstairs to get a check. And I could hear his mother telling me, you got to tell him I'm here. And I had never done this before. And when I gave him the check, I said, I know this is going to sound really crazy. I said, but there's a, I keep hearing the A name. That's what I said to him, an AG name. And he said, I don't know what you're talking about. So I just let it go. And then he was getting in the truck and he was filling out an invoice, and I heard her yell at me in my head, you got to go back to him. So I did. I went back. I said, listen, I know you've got to get out of here, but I still have to ask, is your mother crossed? Is she dead? And he said, yeah, but I think it was like 25 years or so. And I said, what was her name? And he said, Agnes. And that's where it started. And
AG.
yeah, it was incredible. So,
It's scary at first.
oh my God.
Because a lot of times I'll sit there, my God, what if I'm telling somebody something wrong? You know, I've been doing this for 50 years, even though I'm only 27. You know,
Of
But
course.
spiritually,
In your past
I really
life.
am.
Right.
Yeah, and spiritually, yeah. And I've been told by a very well-known reader that I am a member on Nostradamus Messenger.
Wow.
So a lot of the things. So, and I feel everything that we do as medium, it has to. I hope that you respect that and know that it is an honor. Okay.
Absolutely.
Too many people say, "Well, I'm a medium," and yet they have no respect for what they do, and then they wonder why they can't handle what they handle.
You don't know, every day I just really thank God that I'm able to share this gift. So
Yeah.
it's never taken for granted.
No. My first mediumship reading was on a
Take one more.
very famous medium. That was scary.
That must have been scary.
That was terrifying. Thank God she validated everything I said, but it was terrifying. My first intuitive reading was on another psychic's girlfriend, right? I think they were just girlfriends at the time. So she's standing there, this psychic, this big, huge psychic standing there and reading her girlfriend going, don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up.
I was at the Radisson Hotel there. I asked one lady if she wanted to do a reading on me. She says, I can't read you. I go, why? She says, I'm too much in awe of you. I go, why are you in awe of me? You and I have a good time reading each other, you know? And I said, then you're not a good reader. If you can't read me, because I am nobody any different than any other reader. You know, I'm not as... There are some people much better than I am, and there are some people much worse. But I am at the level that I'm supposed to be at.
Right.
You know, there's nobody should ever be in awe of anybody unless they want to be. I love it, but you know, the only one I never cared too much was Sylvia Brown. I never cared too much for her. She was too commercialized, and that's the trouble with a lot of the people that become television wise. They become too commercial. They forget what they're going to be doing. You know.
He didn't do his hand thing.
Yeah. Huh?
He didn't do his.
Oh, you're good.
Oh yeah.
I forgot.
You picked out 6,
So what
too.
do I do?
Yeah,
he
you
asked me
told
to
him
do
to.
6.
Oh,
Take your left-handed one with a pile. Think about something that you want to happen to you. And I want to know. Be careful of how you spend your money.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, okay? Well, you know. You don't have to buy his love. You've already got it. Does that make sense to you?
oh, he can still keep buying.
Wow.
Oh, no. I also will you played hard to get when you met him, didn't you?
Yeah, he was all over me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now the truth is
There's a
coming
story
out.
there.
Uh-oh, they're going to throw tomatoes at each other when they get home now. You're also a very selective eater, aren't you? You are very careful of what you eat.
Yes.
So
No, I am.
you really cannot, and I have to practice what I preach, you cannot
go
have
for it.
anything with sugar in it.
Um,
Natural sugar, like from cooking or whatever, I would probably tell you yes. But the artificial sweetening, no, never, no. You also need vitamin B12.
Mhm.
You take vitamins?
I do, but I don't think he does B.
No,
right?
I don't do the B.
I do.
I do
I would
general.
encourage you to take vitamin B12. Okay. Then you can never. The only thing you can overtie is magnesium and iron. You can and calcium. You can overdo that. So I would say with that, just do it like every third day.
Mhm.
Okay. I definitely see you bringing home a cat. No doubt in my mind.
We're on this cat again.
Yep. So it kind of confirms it, right?
But the thing is, I would be the one to bring it.
right.
Because you're not going to allow anybody to abuse the cat. It may be a
That's
foster
true.
cat or whatever. The house that you live in right now, boy, you have a lot of spirits in that house.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
And they all
Always.
love you,
That's good.
okay? Believe if they didn't love you, you'd have all kinds of quirks and creaks in there, okay? Is it an older house?
No, it's a newer.
So it's on the land.
Yeah,
yes. So
that's
they come
right.
in with the land,
Right.
okay? There actually was a house not that far from you where you lived back in 18... There's a bunch of people that were killed in the house way back when.
Wow.
Okay, so some of the spirits are still floating around. One of them's name is Isaiah. So if you ever do a house removal, just say Isaiah. I will allow you and your family to go home. Okay. Don't ask me 10 minutes from now what the guy's name is, because I'm not going to remember. I'm lucky if I remember people, you know. But people think that, oh, you remember me from 10 years ago when I do a reading and it doesn't
I don't remember you from 10 minutes ago on
No.
purpose.
You know.
Exactly, Laura.
On purpose, because
The one thing I will tell you, you both are very sensitive people, especially you. You have this hard rock shy out there, and you're going to be the Mr. Tough Guy, the macho man, outwardly. You have a wall, and only certain people are allowed to get through that wall.
That's
okay?
true.
You don't trust a lot of people. And rightly so, because you've been hurt many times. Okay? But what I'm looking at is when you finally accepted who you were. That's why I asked you if you accept, you know what I'm saying. Then this is when you started growing. This is who I am. I'm in a relationship, and I have a good relationship. I'm not going to tell you it's all going to be peaches and cream, because that's garbage. Anybody says that, you know, then, you know. But I do see you then in 25 to 30 years together. Your mother-in-law really loves you, doesn't she? She really thinks that you don't know that you. She depends on you to keep him in mind. Just to let you
That's
know.
true.
Okay.
True.
Your
She loves
mother-in-law,
him. She does.
She really
Always-
does.
always
That's-
has.
Yeah. Oh, she loves you too. She said,
Oh.
even though she's alive. You know. People don't realize that you can still read people's spirit even when they're alive. Okay. Have you done that?
Yes.
I just experienced that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very
You know.
exciting.
You have an aunt that was gay as well.
An
That
aunt?
passed.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, well, you have one that's living.
You have one that they would not accept her being in. She passed and she crossed.
Oh, so no, I don't.
Okay.
That's someone you may
On
know.
his
Felix.
side. Yeah, it's on his side. You also have someone that was a nun that also went to and became a nun so that people would not know her lifestyle. Because remember, back in the 60s and 50s, it was, even in the 40s, back like we were talking about, it was not accepted. I had to literally had to go hide so I wouldn't get beat up. You know? And my family just told me, but that's okay today. One other thing I'm also going to tell you,
Yes,
you're
they
going
have
on
that.
that cruise with him, right?
I don't have a choice.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
You really think so?
Everybody had choices.
That's true.
Okay, but you don't want to ruin your relationship
No.
either. But he could go by himself, and you could. Well,
He wants to go, right?
No, I'm going because
Yeah.
I wouldn't
and it's
want
going to be
it.
a great adventure.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's what I
and you're
think,
going to
right?
get and actually you're going to get a lot of good contacts out of it.
Awesome.
Okay,
That's
so your
awesome.
business is going to grow. Okay,
That's good.
if anybody was going to be flirtatious, it would be you.
You're
Really?
the flirt,
Yeah.
huh?
You're kind of in a silent way, but you're more discreet about it. He's more openly. Not that you two would ever do anything, and I can also say that, but that's your personalities. Okay? Don't ever change your personalities, please. Be who you
I'm
are.
Latin. It's my
Yeah.
cultural.
Hey, there you go. No, one would never guess. What's in Puerto Rico? You're not from Puerto Rico, right?
I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, you own some property there.
Well, my whole family lives there. My mom's house is there.
You get along very well with your mom?
Yeah, she's actually visiting.
Oh, you should
Yeah,
brought
And the dad is
her.
around?
Dad passed.
Okay. He has not accepted. I'm sorry.
Mm.
It goes against what he was taught. He loves you for who you are, but he had a hard time still trying to accept the two of you together.
Mm.
Even though outwardly he would show, but it would. I don't mean to be mean when I say that, but you know the true feelings of the spirits come through. One thing about spirits, they don't lie.
But outwardly, no, you're right though. He was showed me just love. You know, it was a great relationship with me too.
But I'm telling you now that he's thinking he accepts it now. That's a part of it is, but he doesn't understand it. Okay.
That makes
Which
sense.
most people don't.
Yeah.
You know. And do I want to? No one would ever understand me. That's for sure.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
You have a bad cough.
Yeah,
did you?
something, yeah, sorry.
If you had water, you would have come right out, Laurie.
Don't we work well together?
You do.
All right.
I am actually looking at these are usually love cards. Okay, I'm actually seeing a lot more in the next 8 months. I'm a lot more closer, and the reason being I don't like to use is that there's someone that is going to be crossing soon. Okay, not your mother. Okay, but there's someone that's going to be crossing soon, and there's it's a male, and unfortunately, someone that is going to be, wow, ending their life the way they want to. Okay, we had a choice. We could continue on our life, or we could sit on a pity pot and feel sorry and end our lives in that type of stretch, like a suicidal type thing. Because he has cancer. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't go to try to help yourself to get better, or if you're drinking and you know you have this disease or this, and that to me is suicide. You're not trying to infringe. You're not trying to better yourself. You have a checking account?
Mhm.
Be very careful that somebody doesn't get into your checking account and write out money on it. And I'm very good at that today. One of my clients, oh no, I had this life thing, you know that life thing?
LifeLock?
Yeah. They got in and they took $22,000 out of her account. The LifeLock is, well, we're searching.
And you're not talking about me, right?
No.
Taking his money?
Taking it. Oh, no, you take it anyways. You know, you have to go buy that new dress, right? But no, seriously, people be very aware of it. And it could be something from Nepal. It'll take you about 3 weeks to 3 months to get it cleared up, but you will get your money back, but it's still going to take a long. So just make sure you change your PIN number or whatever, probably every 3 months or something like that, just to keep it going. Because the one thing about you, when you're in the right and you know there's something wrong, you're a fighter. You're going to prove to them. But you're also going to say, okay, prove me wrong type of thing. Okay? And if you're wrong, you're going to be the first one to admit it. This guy, he's a lawyer. He's never going to admit it. No.
He's never wrong.
No, that's
Thank
it.
you, Lord. See?
How do you know? Have you met him before? He's never wrong.
Never.
What if I told you I saw him running for state senate? What would you say?
Who's running?
Yeah, what if I told you I saw him running for state senate?
I can definitely see that.
And I do see that.
He's very political.
And he's never wrong in a political field.
Nope. Nope.
I have to tell you, people, I have to honor you people that have a lot of respect because you've overcome a lot of hurdles in your relationship to be where you are today. Okay? Because a lot of people were jealous, number one. And everybody thought, oh, this is a gay marriage that will never last, you know, and all this other stuff. And you don't push your menism, your gayism, or whatever you want to call it. You accept who you are, and if nobody else likes it, that's their problem.
That's their problem.
You know?
Yeah.
That's it.
One of us is still learning that lesson.
Oh, yeah.
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 That's their problem.
But it took me a long time to accept who I am, believe
Wow.
me. Even as really, oh, yeah. Back when I was growing up, just couldn't. You have some these choices to make. Like I said, I see a new career challenge coming for you. Okay, you practice out of your house. Time to practice away from your house. I know that's going to be hard.
We just talked
He
about
just
that.
brought that up like a couple of days ago.
It's going to be very hard. I'm breaking my routine. How am I going to do this? Oh, God, am I going to do it right? Oh, God, now we're going to get to matching curtains. Have her do your interior decorating. You're very good at it.
Now, Bruce is very good at it.
Oh, my God, is that going to work? Am I going to make a career? Oh, my God, everything's going to be changed. It's going to be a big change. You're going to have to learn to either accept it or not change at all.
Yep.
Okay, it's all up to you. Okay.
If you were my coaching client, I would challenge you to shake up your routine every day.
I was going to say that.
I
too.
would do that. And you'd
Both
have to
of you
prove
are
that
so
you did.
routine that you need to have the challenges. I bet you eat everything on every Monday is spaghetti night, or Tuesday is meat, or whatever. You have the same menu on the same week on the same day, right?
No, we're not that bad. We're not that bad.
You're close to it.
Well,
Probably, yeah.
And the minute you get done, you have to do your dishes, which are the same way. Okay. You know that dishwashers are the worst thing in the world according to health, Dr. Oz's health,
Why?
because they still have all that bacteria in there.
Oh, that's baloney. I don't believe that for a second.
No, Dr. Oz says so. Dr. Oz is always right.
Actually, Dr. Oz has been proven
So
wrong
he
many
thinks.
times. But I like Dr. Oz. Don't get me wrong, but he's been proven wrong
Yeah.
along, and he jumps on too many bandwagons.
that's true, Laurie.
He's all about money too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I always encourage people, if you have to put either I can't pronounce the word
Vinegar.
Vinegar, yeah, in your dishwasher once a week, and get like a cup and just let it flow through. And that way you're killing any kind of a bacteria.
Instead of detergent, like
Yeah.
just the vinegar.
Well, not with the dishes.
No, not with the dishes in
Empty
it, no.
dishwasher to,
Empty
to clean
dishwasher.
it out. But you can do that, or there's special stuff you can get to sanitize your dishwasher if you're
But I like the
worried about
natural,
it.
organic type stuff. That
Yeah.
way it really does clean it out. And you'd be amazed at how much out of the garbage that actually comes off when you're doing that. Okay. Of course, I still have Scott rinses the dishes off and I wash them.
But,
And I won't, because when he washes, he caught me one day. He did all the dishes up, put them away, and I went through them all and rewashed them and caught me. So now I had to do them. Then I had a dishwasher. My other friend caught me washing them off, put them in the dishwasher, and take them out and rewash them again. So why have a dishwasher?
Yeah.
I also will tell you, by the time you're 60, you're going to need a hearing aid.
Probably.
You have what we right now we call selective hearing.
And which
true.
one of you men doesn't have that? Okay.
Well, that's true, Laurie.
Yeah. 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 What are you gonna say there?
I
big
think
guy?
it's my partner that does it.
No, he's just smart.
No. I can remember one time I had this fortune teller on this tarot wannabe tarot card reader come to me. He said, "When your partner wins all that money, he's going to leave you and all that." So it blended in my mind, and I'm going on. Then 2:00 in the morning, I go on. I said, "You're going to leave me," and I'm going on and on. He looks at me, turns over, and goes back to sleep.
Because he's smart.
Yeah.
He wasn't engaging. He wasn't becoming part
Nope.
of that drama.
You also are going to have to, like I said, and you practice out of your house?
No, I have an
You have
office.
an office,
Yeah.
okay. Because you're going to have to expand it. Like I said, maybe get a paralegal or you will always been or another attorney, but you're always going to be the one in control. And then you better realize that, or you're going to be, like that. But I do see because you need the one thing about it is you're going to be learning how to balance both. Okay, we have another dear friend who was an attorney, Catherine.
Yes.
And now she's struggling because she didn't learn how to balance it, and she's still learning. And I also
So am I.
tell you that you're also going to be teaching in a junior high school or in junior college. You think you're busy now, young man? Both of you? Be prepared to be even a lot more busier.
I welcome that.
Okay. Really? All right. You got and that says you really welcome it. We're gonna show you. When you do mediumship work, have you learned how to balance so that all the spirits don't come at you at one time?
Yes. Yeah.
Not
I mean,
always-
if they interrupt when I'm doing readings,
Yeah.
but usually it's always controlled, and I get whatever messages that need to be relayed are relayed.
Because a lot of times when I've had to learn the hard way how to control them and say, look, one at a time, because they get pushy, especially you see it here, they get really pushy and bossy and one at a time. I have to tell you that your great-grandmother was a very well-known, on your father's side, was a very well-known spiritualist.
It's mine
That's
or yours?
Yours. Like so, Mama Tata's mom.
She also knew how to do voodoo, and she didn't do it in the black. People think all voodoo is black. No, it isn't. There's a lot of good in that, too, as well. And she also knew how to do the magic or the witchcraft stuff. And no, they're not all evil. Like a lot of people will think they're automatically evil voodoo. And I have a lot of friends who come from Africa, come from Kenya, all over the world. And a lot of times there are some bad voodoo workers. But you know what? It's all how you ground yourself.
Well, and that's true, but in any
Yeah.
profession,
Even what I do.
any religious practice, anything, there's good and bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Always, and you're right, always remember this, that, we always practice it the way we want to practice. If you want to do it the negative energy or the positive energy, that's all up to you. We are given choices. I guess that sometime in November I'm going to be on the Learnings Channel.
Yeah, that's what we said before.
Yeah.
He
I would-
filmed
Yeah.
a show for the Learning Channel,
How
an
ter-
episode.
How terrific!
Yeah.
And it's going to air.
It's supposed to air sometime in November. I'll let everybody know. Believe me, I'm going to let everybody know. I'm an ego, But I'm also very. People think that what we do, like what you do with mediumship or you as life coach, that all comes overnight. Your website.
Performance coaching by elix.com.
Okay.
Nice.
And is there a phone number?
617-821-3549.
Okay. And you?
StephenTheMedium.com and 781-956-5407.
There you go. See, we like to push the website too. I'm
That's
thinking
good.
about and we get an attorney and an accountant now. Boy, I am really.
Yeah.
I go. I'll have you do me a favor. I'll send you. Give me off the show. I'll send you a fax number so I can fax you the paperwork.
Sure.
Or you can come to one of the meetings or whatever. Oh, Kate's gonna be happy over this, won't she?
Yes, and
I
I gave her a
forgot
lead
my
on a
puppy.
benefactor for you, and so
I
hopefully
forgot
she
my
gets that.
two. I have a stuffed cat and a stuffed dog, little ones. I call it Nuisance and Bossy, because that's what my friend Kate is. She's a nuisance and she's bossy. But I give her a lot of credit.
She's
'cause
a
the one that
go-getter.
really pushes me. I
She's-
love
That's
her
what you
dearly.
She's wonderful.
But isn't it interesting though? When we brought the mouse to the Tufts wild animal emergency, he actually said to me, "I can sense a dog that just passed." And this woman comes out, and she was physically very upset. And the day after that is when he said to me, "I really feel that when I was there, this dog was giving me the message that I need to do more, with people who are experiencing losses." But isn't it funny that we're talking we were there about animals. We were physically at a vet, and then you come and talk about your.
You know how honored I am.
Spirit knows what it's doing.
But Norm, us too. As a matter of fact, today I just said to Elix as we were driving up here that I emailed someone that I know we bring our dogs to Angel Memorial Hospital in Boston.
They're very good.
Yeah, they're the best. They really are the best. And so we get to meet people, the doctors, and we had one dog that had congestive heart failure, so we were privileged to have the head of cardiology actually take care of our dog. So I just actually sent an email because I was thinking about it after what Elix just explained, the dog that was telling me I need to do something. I was just thinking that I know a medium who during the day, which is phenomenal. I think she works sort of like with hospice, but what she does is she focuses on children who are dying. So she goes to hospitals and she helps the parents, as well as if the children are there before they cross, everybody to be able to have a better understanding and just to make this very difficult situation a little bit better. And when we were dropping the rat off and the dog came and this woman came out, I'm like, oh my God, this is her dog. And he said, you got to do something. I said, you know what? People think dogs and pets are just like family. So I actually just sent an email. She probably hasn't even read it yet because I just did it today. And just proposed, that's good to know, just proposed and said, would you like to have a conversation about I was maybe envisioning whether it's once a month, just me being on a volunteer basis at Angel and people that have either just lost their pet or it's imminent that they're going to lose the pet and just have a service there.
They're not ready to accept that yet.
But it's a beautiful gift that you're offering.
And they will in time, but they're not ready yet.
Well, I'm still staying positive, Norm, and hoping that...
What I'm saying, we don't hope. What I'm saying is they're contemplating it right now, so it may take a couple of weeks or a couple of months for them to
and that would be terrific.
Because people don't get upset if you don't hear from them right away. Okay, people think that when we do spiritual readings or when we do spiritual vision, it's all going to happen tomorrow. Many a times I've had to say, nothing happens overnight.
Oh, that's true.
It can, and then they'll say, but we waited and we waited. I had a lady that come up to me, and you own a restaurant in Chelmsford, Mass. I love them, Nomos, and she says, it finally happened. I go, what happened? She said, my new job. I said, I thought you told me nothing was happening. I love it when it does happen. People think that everything's going to happen. Like this one lady I went to, and I did a reading on her. I said, your daughter is pregnant. Oh, no, she can't get pregnant because she's on birth control, and her boyfriend is neutered. I mean,
back on the animal theme.
Yeah, there you go. It's fixed. Okay. She just had to email me back and told me that her daughter was pregnant.
Wow.
Another one. This is what I love. When you get confirmation, okay, that we're doing the right thing. And I'm sure you get a lot of confirmation, and you do. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Confirmation. I don't expect everybody's going to agree with me. They should, but I don't expect them to because I'm so perfect.
Absolutely goes without saying.
If you believe that one, folks. I told you I can't do that anymore about poking the eye. I told you what happened, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to
don't even tell the story, because then somebody will hear
true.
You, and they'll only hear bits and pieces, and after you can tell them.
About poking the eye, and I can't do it anyway, because one kid did it, and I got in trouble, and I go, oh, no,
and he should have.
And I should have. You're right, And I said, no, we don't do that. I said, if you promise me not to do that anymore, and you know what? He reminded his mother. His mother called me. I had to go buy a McDonald's. When they call that little hungry thing there,
Happy Meal.
Happy Meal.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I had to keep my word
I
and
don't
go by
need
a Happy Meal.
Good.
So that was his reward for that. You know, people do listen to us. They really do. By the way, I actually see you, mainly you having your own TV show now where you live.
Look at that.
Okay. I'm in.
I would tell you to really do it. I've been doing it for 17 years. I have a lot of fun with it. I've had a lot of guests. You know, I've got a lot of hosts. I have one guy who was on for 7 years, and, you know, but now I have another beautiful guest that keeps me going, keeps me on my toes. He kicks me when I don't listen, you know.
I do not kick him. Do I look like I would kick him?
Yes.
Yeah. Notice that innocent look, huh? No. Where are your glasses?
Where are my glasses?
Yeah.
At home,
Where are you wearing them?
because I have contacts.
You can't wear contacts or you're allergic to them.
I've worn contacts since high school.
I'm telling you to give your eyes a rest. And
Alrighty.
wear glasses for a while.
I do try. I actually try to do that. I do because I am always using contacts.
Because
So I do.
So habit forming for you with contacts.
And I've worn them so long that it's to me it's foreign to have glasses on because I've worn contacts for so long. So this is normal.
This
But
is
I do try to.
Okay. This
To
is what
give it a
Spirit
break.
is telling you. Okay. And I'll tell you the most amazing. I was blind for 5 years. I mean, I was always almost blind all my life. I always had to wear glasses. And I went completely blind for 5 years and even longer. And I had eye surgery done in 20 minutes. And I can always remember these girls come by and I said, "Ooh, you girls are good looking. Ooh, baby." And that's what. And then my friend Bob, I said, "You're ugly." He says, "I know." He said, "You got your eyesight back." But I'm going to tell you, it was the most beautiful, amazing thing.
5 years. Wow.
If the only there were just some things I wish I could see, but I don't want to wish it either because I don't want to go blind. And I can always remember. I started looking at the prices of the different food items. Oh my God! All these years. But it's just amazing. I know I need to go on that trip for vanity purposes. In other words, not to take what I have for granted. And I think that we all have to go on these certain trips. You agree? So when you start taking everything for granted, one of the things I wanted to tell the both of you is never stop communicating with each other. Don't go into your own little worlds. That can happen. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because you're in a different type of psychic realm and he's in a different psychic realm. So always keep connected. Please. And never go to bed angry at each other.
And keep date night. Date night's important.
Mm.
We do.
And never go to bed.
Yeah.
Angry.
That's really good advice.
Because that's the biggest problem. I see people get so wrapped in their computers and all that other stuff, and they forget reality. And I got a new laptop, and wait, what am I doing? And I find myself trying to be, especially Facebook. That can be very, and I express a lot of views on Facebook. Believe me. So,
Good Lord.
so I kind of cut myself back on it now. Because I don't always agree with things going the way they are in the country. But I also have to remember I have an image I have to... Remember, we always have images that we have to uphold. This is a choice we made. We can't afford... One mistake can ruin us.
Yep.
Vitamin B12. I don't know why I'm getting this again. So usually when I have it come on again, vitamin B12 you really need. Because you get tired very easily.
Yeah, that's true.
You eat red meat?
Yeah,
Yes.
answer.
What?
Yeah, answer.
He doesn't want me to.
I'm always on him because I.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm going to back you up on that one.
Yeah, he doesn't
No,
want me.
look over here. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with red meat every so often. Just don't make a habit of it.
No, I
that's what
actually
he- exactly
I don't
what he
eat
does
it
now.
often at all.
no,
because
okay.
he doesn't eat red meat, so I don't make it at home. So occasionally when we go out, I might get a steak.
Everything on this planet is there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we eat, we can overdo. We can overdo chicken. We can overdo carrots. We can overdo
That's true.
everything.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
everything
yeah.
that we
Yeah.
do.
Yep, that's true.
So everything, Spirit says for you to eat red meat.
Yeah, and I have to back that up. I feel like that you actually, and I know you're not going to like this, need to eat it a little more often because you feel like your iron and something in your blood is a little low, and the red meat will help balance that out. Not too often, maybe once a week. Have a little red meat. Not you don't need a great big steak. A little steak's good. Quality over quantity.
No, he has been for years.
Yeah, it's been many years.
But see, you don't need it.
No.
You
See, the red
know.
meat, you're all fine. You're fine vitamin-wise. It's him I worry more about.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I can tell you what my doctor had me do. Not only does she have me eating red meat, but she has me drinking 2 glasses of red wine every night. So
Oh, I love that.
there's
See?
my glass.
She's already
See, I
started
got
drinking the wine.
excited.
You need
See
your
what
wine.
happened with the wine?
That's
See, when she mentioned the wine.
That's why it has to have
Lord, that must
lid.
be spirit saying,
Yes, that was spirit.
Yeah. You need
That's
it,
water
too.
with lemon in it.
Why the spirit saying you really need a red wine? You sure that wasn't vodka in there?
I'm very sure that's not vodka, because I wouldn't be sitting here if that was vodka.
But I like the wine though.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good idea.
It's full of antioxidants. It's it's the studies show it's good for your heart, it's good for your blood, it's good for your
Well, if you're an
brain.
alcoholic like me, I can't have it.
Right, he's an
that-
alcoholic,
of course,
so there's
yeah.
a
I won't even
exceptions.
eat it. Like a friend of mine made sent me with some vinegar, with the wine vinegar type thing.
Wine
I wouldn't
vinegar?
even, yeah, I wouldn't even touch it. I gave it away. And if you go to a restaurant, they have beer batter for deep fried clay. I wouldn't even touch that because I know maybe it's psychological, but just the idea of it, I don't need that. I've been sober 21 years. In fact, my son told me how proud he was of me the other day.
And you-
while sober 21 years?
21 years.
That's
Wow,
incredible.
no, that,
Well, I have friends at 25, but see, my son gave me an ultimatum. If I want to drink, my son and daughter-in-law would not be around me. And I made that choice to lose everything and get everything back.
But that's
wow.
But that was,
because of how
I went
excessive
awful.
a drinker you were.
Yeah.
Not
and I was mean.
Wow.
I'd walk over and just look at you, puck in the nose, and walk away.
that's
You know,
why.
see, that's why.
Because
know.
how it affected you.
Yeah.
Not
See,
necessarily
being
the
a,
alcohol.
being an Irishman, and all that, and I had when I beat someone up, say, how's it feel to be beaten by a fag or stuff like that, and what does that accomplish?
Nothing.
But I love being sober today. I really do. I'm not going to say I'll ever give up my pot. To heck with that. I mean, I don't smoke cigarettes. And I got hypnosis. It's been 4 years now since I've had a cigarette. Just before I met you, actually. Yeah. I was hypnotized for it right here.
And from that point on, you haven't
I
smoked.
had a cigarette.
Wow.
But it did
that's-
take him twice being hypnotized
Yeah.
because the first time he wasn't ready.
No. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to smoke my pot the first time. I wasn't about to do that, And, folks, you've heard me many times say I do it. I'm not embarrassed by it. The only wrong part about it is just, well, no, it's not against the law anymore.
It was decriminalized.
That's
and-
decriminalized,
Yeah.
so. So, and I think it's up to the person or an individual. One old lady, I had a client come in. She says, "You know what?" She was like 80 years old. She says, "I've never done this thing before. My grandson rolled this little thing up. And I took a puff, and I go, oh." And she said, "I felt so giddy and so happy." And she says,
This is an 80-year-old?
an 80-year-old. She was chasing her husband around the room. She was telling me, and I laughed. Okay, I laughed so hard, because it goes to show you. I'd rather see him doing that than drinking.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'd
No,
rather see him
absolutely.
do that. And sometimes I go to a higher level when I'm meditating. It's all in how there are some people that get paranoid with it. Well, some people get paranoid drinking. Okay.
Well, it'll
true.
accentuate whatever your dominant trait is, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's eating pizza, some people, if they're glutton about it, it can
Right.
affect,
Right.
That is true. Yeah.
I also, do you two want to adopt a child?
Now it's my turn to say, move along, Betty. Move along, Betty.
I see a boy and a girl. Maybe it's foster parents.
I'm open to that too.
Because you're both. See, the problem with you, especially you. What's his name again? Steven?
Very good. Very
You
good.
remembered! Yeah!
Holy cow.
And I bet you don't
That's
remember
crazy.
mine.
Plexus?
Close. Close.
Close, but not really.
Oh, well, sounds good anyway. You know.
You're just
Well, you're flexible, right?
You're just-
I am
There you go.
flexible.
you're just
See?
caught up on his bodies, and that's why you.
know, he's got
yeah,
a good looking
yeah,
body,
yeah, I know you. No.
But I can be flirtatious even at my age, right? But the one thing you have to be more open-minded to allowing someone to come into your life. You're not going to lose him to someone else. Okay, just allow yourself to say, okay, we have maybe a foster child coming in for a short period of time or whatever, or we may have a dog that come in or a cat come in or whatever. Trust me, he's always going to be near you wherever you go.
That's good to hear.
You know, you're not the only one that would ever break something up would be you and your attitude.
Accurate.
But you guys like each
But
other.
you love each
genuinely
other.
like
Love
each
each
other. and
Unconditionally.
That's a big thing.
See, that's the most important thing is unconditional.
We do
Unconditional.
everything together.
Yeah.
Like he
Scott
had,
and
he
I
had,
do.
he had a presentation down the Cape yesterday, and because I was done work, I just went with him, just drove with him, and
And that's
just
fine.
to be
and
with
he
him.
wants
Right.
you to.
Yeah.
He would not. You, if he went somewhere, we'll say with God, and you didn't think he was going to be at home at a certain hour, you get all fidgety.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And
would
you
call
do
me
too,
dra-
so.
He would call me, frantic.
Oh, my partner, if he goes to the doctor's, or he comes down and he picks that thing up to like a download it, and if he's at home by a certain time, where is he? Is he coming home? What's going on with him? And I'll start texting him to the end. I'll say, I'm okay. You can almost hear his exasperation in the voice, you know.
But I know, because I get that way with Bruce. But we've had so many friends that have lost their spouses
Yeah.
that if he's not home, within an hour when I was expecting him, I get a little worried. I'm like, okay, where is he?
Well, it's just as natural,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
I mean,
Well, I think it's me because of all the relationships I've been in. I know when it would stray every once in a while. And I've been married 4 times, so I think
To
everybody
women.
should.
Wow.
To women, yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So.
No, but you're married to Scott or no?
No.
No, not
well,
yet.
No.
We're
No,
working
not-
on that.
No, I'm not going to get married to him because otherwise I lose benefits and we are committed to each other. Okay, but as far as the marriage goes, no. Because they would take away some of my retirement and not going about to lose the money. And this is what I laugh about, the Christianity. They want you, it's a sin to live together, right? But yet, they want you to get married. But the government and the Christianity, well, if this Joe Schmo marries Henry or Joe Schmo marries Loretta or whatever, one of them are going to take a decrease in their income of Social Security or whatever.
I guess just the way it is.
Isn't it? So instead of, who can afford to lose money? And if you're like I am, I don't lose that penny if I can help it. But and the country preaches this country. The people, I can't say the country. A lot of the people, the hypocritical people, will preach this way, but then they do it that way. This is why you would make a good politician because you will tell them the facts. They may not like hearing what you would have to say, but they would tell you the fact. I thought about running for politics, but I can hear them now. Oh, what does your psychic ability tell you? Oh, you already know what's going to pass, or you know what's not going to pass. You know what I'm saying? They would play that game up like there's no tomorrow. And it seems like the crookeder you are, the more chance you have of winning any political.
Sadly.
Exactly, sadly.
Very, very.
Have anybody that tried to communicate with your permission, of course, to her?
But what about both?
No,
Both of you?
Yeah.
Do you want to switch?
No,
So,
I'm
are
good.
you sure?
Work on her because I got to run to the.
He's got to go potty.
Yeah, I won't follow you. No.
He's got to go potty. That's why he. Be a nice old man. First of all, I'm sorry he threw you under the bus like
No,
that.
listen, Laurie, I love.
He loves doing that. He's waiting.
Yeah, I love doing this. I just, I keep since I sat down, I keep hearing it. But I'm not sure if it's for him or you. But I keep hearing, Laurie, do you have the Walter or Wendy or W person connected to you, either living or crossed?
Well, it's several. I have my sister-in-law's name is Wendy,
Okay,
and then my stepfather is William.
so it's going to be you then. But so I'm trying to figure out if they're but Wendy is still here,
Yes,
living.
they both are.
Okay. But do you have a sister also?
I have 3 sisters. All here.
What about who's the dad figure, Laurie?
My father is crossed.
Okay, so that's who steps. He's actually the one that's been. It's funny, and I really wasn't sure who it was for, but he's the one that's actually just been pointing out like family members, just people around you or close to you. But he also says there's a birthday or anniversary, something just passed or is coming up. It's really close. He keeps saying. I don't know if this is for you and your.
Yeah, my anniversary's in October.
No, that's too far.
Yeah.
No, he's saying something. What's 8? Is it either there's something this month or the 8th of a month? He keeps showing me the number 8. So it could be January 8th, could be November
Right.
8th, or something that he wants to say this month. So there's got to be something. It could also be, Laurie, like an anniversary of crossing.
Yeah, I'm trying to. No, that was his wife. Well, his 4th wife passed in June.
You're talking about this is your dad.
Yeah, his 3rd wife passed in. It might have been August. I can't remember anymore. My dad's been married
After
four times, and my mother's the only one of his wives that's still living. They all died, and my dad is crossed. So I'm not sure, but
He's just giving a validation for something. And what's the lung or the COPD or was this him or was this his like someone connected to him?
His 3rd wife had a lot of major health issues. Basically, her body just shut down because she was an alcoholic and lived a very tough life. And so.
But he specifically shows me
Yeah.
this, like the lungs or
Yeah, I think they had to give
Incubator?
give her a
Trach?
trach. I think
Oh.
at some
Yeah,
point. I think that's what that.
And that's one of his wives, you said.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you, Norman.
And we're still on, right?
Yes. Yeah. He just does whatever he wants.
Hey, it's
Don't
my
mind
show.
him. It is his show.
Laurie, also, your dad's talking very, very fast, and I'm trying to slow him down. But he also keeps giving me like S, the S, like Sheila or Susan. That's not one of his, either his wife's or someone close or connected to you.
No.
And not like a grandmother or someone who's crossed?
Not that I know of. But we have a call. Sorry, I told you.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Welcome to Norman, friends. You're on the air.
Hi, Laurie. How
Hey,
you
Mary.
doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm not
Yeah, it says there.
a little tired today.
Yeah, you sound. You
I just got done doing a lot of tests and all that, so just getting back.
Yeah, you sound like you're having trouble breathing today.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, today I am. And yesterday was the same way.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is our famous bean lady.
Bean lady?
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
her
and
name?
everything, you know,
No, he's coming right back.
and everything. So I thought I'd say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Hello, this is Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah.
Why is she the bean
Hi,
lady?
how you doing?
Good, Mary. How are you?
Not too bad, and you?
Good. I'm
Mary,
doing very
tell him
well.
why you're the bean lady.
I make my own beans.
Really?
And she brings it to
Yeah,
the
homemade
events that
beans.
we have.
They're
Like-
my
like-
mother's, my mother's beans.
Baked,
I was going to say
baked
coffee bean. Oh, baked bean.
Like
Really?
baked beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when Mary comes to the event with the baked beans, you have to get there early to get any.
Yeah, they usually
they go so fast?
They usually sell out within 10, 15 minutes of the doors
Yeah.
opening.
So, Mary, you're good, huh?
Yep.
She's got a good. There you go.
Mary
She's got
has her own TV
Mary's
show.
got a good
Awesome.
right.
Oh,
hook.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of TV show, Mary?
It's a talk show like Mom has, and It's just about everything you want. Anything you want to talk about, I'll talk with you.
Wow, that's so terrific. And that's something new?
Yeah, relatively new, yes.
What,
Cruising
3
with
months now,
Mary.
Mary?
I've been in since, let's see, since, I think it was November.
Yeah. She's
I think I
up.
started.
In the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
On-
It's
yeah,
a spin-off
yeah.
of my show.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've had 17 spin-offs.
Wow. Well, because Mary used to come on this show a lot?
Yeah.
Mary's a good friend of Norm's. They've
I've
known
known
each
Mary.
other.
Mary
for a
used to be
long
my
time.
bodyguard. Seriously. I go pick a fight, she'd beat him for me.
Well, throw beans out.
No, she'd punch him out. And she could have a potty mouth when she got mad.
Mary?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet sounding Mary?
Sweet
Yes.
sounding
Mary, I don't believe that.
No, not me.
Mary, would you like to have him maybe talk to your friend Addie for you?
Sure.
Who's Addie?
Addie's her friend.
That crossed.
Oh, just like a friend?
Yeah.
So Mary, I'm Steven, and also a medium.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, even before I get to Addie, where does the, David, where does the D come in here with you? The D?
D?
The D name, yes. Like
I'm not sure.
like Deborah or Donnie, or I keep hearing because there's a dad figure that steps forward for you too. So your dad is
I'm not
crossed.
Sure.
Yeah, that's cross.
Your dad is crossed. Is the was Addie? Was it Addie? Is that what-
Andy.
was her like last name a D, or was she connected to the D? Why do I keep getting D?
I'm not sure where the D is coming in from, because the last name wasn't D. It was Lawrence
But was there someone
in
connected?
Avila.
Was there somebody connected to her? Mary?
David.
Who's-
Heard she's got a nephew named David.
Okay, so it probably just is, but David's still here,
Right.
Yeah, he is.
living. You know, but mom is also crossed.
Yes.
I mean, you.
Beg pardon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
her
yes.
mother's
I just said your mom is also stepping forward too. In addition
Yeah.
to your dad, you know, it's interesting because Norm, when you said talk to Addie, but Addie is just very sweet. You must have had a very good relationship with her because she's letting like your mom and dad come through
Yes.
just
yeah.
to talk to you. And what's the issue with the legs? Is that you?
Yeah. Mary, you have a problem with your legs, right?
Do I have problem with my legs? Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You know, because your father just keeps rubbing the legs, your mother and father or Addie keep talking about a pendant, like a locket or a pendant or something round that almost makes me feel like it's hanging from a necklace.
I'm trying to think. I have my grandmother's. I guess they used it years ago as a pendant
Yeah.
when they put it on their clothes or something. I
Oh.
have that from my grandmother.
So no, Mary, when that happens, it's just a way to let you know that your grandmother's also stepping forward, to let you know that she's here too. So, is that mom's side?
My grandmother, yes.
Yeah, because she comes from my left, so I know it's mom's side. It's just a way to let you know that she's also here. Do you live like in a tenement house with people above you?
No apartment.
Yes.
building.
Yeah, because I can.
Very odd days.
Yeah, your grandmother keeps telling me that she's with you a lot. So is your mom. So is your dad. So is Addie. Addie just said to me though. I'm trying to finish my sentence and I can't because then Addie just interrupts. That you've heard enough.
That's her.
You've heard. Yeah, she just interrupted and said you've heard enough from me. So everyone else wants to talk, but your mom and dad keep. They want to show you that they're always with you in the apartment, and they kept making me hear people above or around, or I knew it wasn't a house; it was like an apartment or a tenement house.
She had people with on top of it.
Yeah.
So it's just a way that and what's
I always know when my mother's around because when I smell coffee and toast, I know it's her.
what's with the cat?
Daddy's cat. Addie's, the cats I had were Addie's.
Oh, so that's probably why Addie's just bring. I just heard her say, "Bring up the cats, bring up the cats." So,
Yeah, I have all her cats.
wow. And where's the T come in? Is there a name? T?
Yeah, I have one that's named after her, but it's a Portuguese name. She's named is Querida Pequenina Aladinha, means darling little Addie in English.
Did that start with the T?
That's how it's, yeah.
You're
it's
good.
a Portuguese
So
name.
that's why Addie's just giving that as a reference. So, and the cats still
Yeah.
see her, Mary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know, because they keep looking up to up to the ceiling all the time, or in the corner.
I love it. And there's something with the moon. I don't know what this is, but Addie keeps telling me the moon. So I don't. Did you ever do anything with like astrology, or is there something called the moon? Like I don't know, like someone's name, or
That I know of. I don't know.
actually, it's your father who keeps talking about the moon. There was never anything like being with your parents and looking up, camping or looking up in the sky.
Yeah,
and
we did, yes.
that's what it
We
is.
go up on the Kangamunkas Highway.
Oh yeah, that's
The what?
Kangamangas.
What the hell is that?
It's the name of a road.
Oh, it is?
in the autumn. It's a wonderful.
100 miles of nowhere.
Oh.
But did you camp there?
Yeah, we did.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
years ago. Yeah.
Well, good.
So just know that your mom and dad are just bringing that up to let you know. It's just a very heartfelt memory that they want to give, and they keep showing me cards too. So who played cards?
My mother.
Oh.
She used to love to play cards.
Yeah,
Mary,
because
don't, you did too. Now, come on.
Yeah, but my mother taught me, though.
Oh.
We used to play poker.
because I just keep seeing the cards like all over the table.
Yes.
And Mary, where do you have plates from her?
Do they have what?
Like plates, like cups and plates?
Yes, I do.
Because she
Yeah.
keeps thanking you for keeping them. I don't know if you use
Yeah.
them or not, but she just wants to thank you for keeping them.
Yeah, I do. I have an old hand grinder that was my mother's. It belonged to my grandmother. I have a teapot. You put on the stove, one of those old teapots. I have one of them that was my mother's.
Wow. Wow, that's terrific. And I was asking. I think I Laurie brought up about the anniversary or birthday coming up or just passed, but actually they just yelled it's for Mary. Mary, who just what? How is there a birthday or anniversary that just passed or is coming up?
My mother's birthday was August 1st.
Oh, there it is. I knew it was
right.
close.
You're good.
Yeah, I mean, so it was actually though it was your dad that was your dad
My
knew.
father is December 25th.
Yeah, no, I was saying it was Laurie's dad that was saying he knew that Mary was going to call very soon,
Yes.
so they were just kind of prepping me for it. And when it's interesting, did you just do something with your hair?
I just colored it a little bit.
You're telling us all your secrets, Mary. Was that recent?
I would say maybe about a month ago.
No. Did you used to? I mean, I don't know what you look like, but did you used to use bangs? They keep making me look at Laurie's bangs.
Yes. And they hated my bangs.
Yeah, that's why they're bringing it up, Mary. This is all about just making sure that you know that they're here and they want you to laugh. That's why they bring some things up, right? I mean, just to make you laugh and to let you know that they're still with you. So, did Addie know you?
Nope.
It's interesting. I mean, I know when in spirit they know everybody, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But because Addie just keeps saying to me, pointing to you, look how beautiful, look how pretty, look how beautiful.
Aw.
It's such a nice
That is
compliment.
So sweet. Thank you, Addie.
It felt so close that I thought for sure, Laura, you were going to say you knew
No.
Addie. So
I actually knew her.
um,
I actually met her too. We were
yeah,
at a restaurant.
Addie just said if we're going to start talking about you, we need this show extended about 4 hours.
Uh-oh.
That's her.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just heard what I could tell you. What I could tell you. So, but all good stuff. She loves you.
thank you.
Addie actually just said that. Sort of like what you said to Elix about he looks like he's sensitive but he doesn't show it. Addie just said you have the biggest heart ever.
Yes.
Addie said not just because Stephen you're sitting across from Norm, but the biggest heart. If Norm has $1 left and he has to wait till next week to get money and someone needs it, he'll give that dollar
Yep.
to some. That's Addie is like this is the best guy to have in your circle.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, which is a great thing. But
That's
she
true.
says pretty much the same, Laurie, and that's why this works.
That's why you and I connect.
Yeah, that's why we get along.
Actually, how I met Mary after several years, right, Mary? I met her we
Yeah.
were at a restaurant.
Because they knew each other in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
Really?
Then they-
She actually was my bodyguard.
That's
Mary
when
really
you said
was.
that, I didn't know what you meant.
Yeah,
but
and then
you-
I could
you knew
start
each
a
other in
fight.
high school.
Yeah, well, no, I was in college, nursing school. And Mary actually, and the people we hung around with, if somebody started trouble with me, I go, Mary should come and pop them. Right, Mary?
Yes,
And then,
right.
but then we were at Hillview Restaurant up here in Manchester, and I met Hattie, and Mary go, no, is that you, Norm? I go, yeah. And I met Hattie, and was it her nephew, Mary?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and I told him about being very careful about going to California because that's where I had, and everything happened just the way I said it would because
It happened. Everything you said, Norm, happened to him.
Wow.
If they don't listen, you can change everything, But Hattie, thank you very much for the compliment.
Oh, it's a beautiful compliment.
Yeah, it is. Really,
It's definitely. And Mary, who I was asking Laurie this, who had like the COPD or the lung cancer?
My father.
Oh, that's who it is. So it was all prepping me for knowing that Mary was going to call because I couldn't. My whole throat was closing up when I was asking, and so I knew it was something very focused here. So that was your dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my mother both. They
Yeah.
both had it.
Were there two of you, two kids?
Yes, it was my sister and I.
Yeah, because I just heard your mother say there's two. So just giving
Yeah.
a. Wait a minute, but is your sister crossed?
No,
She's still here.
you might as well cross.
Mary, did your mother have a sister?
Have a sister?
Yes.
Yes.
An aunt.
She had a sister and two brothers.
Because that's what I was also asking Laurie about the sister. So it's your mom's sister who's all around you all the time too. She's got a great energy. Did you?
My aunt.
Yeah, right. Your aunt. You knew your aunt, I assume.
Yes, I did.
And what's October? Is that your birthday? What's October?
October, I had a cousin. October 31st.
Cousin.
His birthday was October 31st.
Oh, but this cousin has crossed.
Yes, he has.
Oh, so it's got to be him just stepping forward to let you know that he's here with you too. So,
Yeah,
you
John.
have a lot of what's his name?
John.
Oh, you also have a lot of your father's side with you too.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's, I always say that when I start readings, I don't know why I say the things I do, but there's a reason for it. So if it was meant for me to say that you've got a lot on your father's side with you, so if you understand it, that's terrific.
Just forgive them, Mary.
Yeah, it's in a way.
Yeah.
I more of my mother's side than I am on my father's side.
So somebody was very like mean,
Yeah.
like physical or mean. I can hear them just
Cruel.
yeah, not nice.
Unfortunately, Mary, you got to break this up so we can get another
Okie
call
dokie.
through, okay? He
All
did a
right.
great job, didn't he?
I know he did.
Why, thanks, Mary.
Actually, you're the first one that's ever been able to communicate with Mary's relatives.
Really?
Yeah.
As far as I know,
Yeah,
yeah.
as far as I know.
Well, it was great meeting you, Mary.
And you'll meet
You
her
too,
when we have our
if you
best
like
you'll be coming to
Norm,
them.
if you want to go, I'd love to have you on my show.
Oh, I would love to come on your show, Mary. That would be wonderful.
I'll send you his info, Mary.
Okay,
All right?
All right, you go rest.
alrighty.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye-bye, Mary.
Bye, Mary.
Bye-bye.
Jesus.
She is a sweetheart.
She's
I love
her
her
voice
so
is
much.
just so sweet.
We thought we were going to lose her last year.
She was
Seriously.
sick a lot.
Really?
Oh my God, she was so sick.
So she went from that to having her own show.
Yes.
Wow, is Spirit amazing?
Believe it or
Right?
not, this show,
Spirit is.
like I look forward to it. I'm going to get brave and leave and go one day. She's
Yeah,
waiting for that to
whatever.
happen, you know.
Yeah, I've been
But
here
I haven't
for
missed
4
a
years.
show in 17 years, only 3 times.
Yeah, but Norm, look what you do, though.
I love it.
I mean, exactly, but look at the effect you have, and
By
I
the way,
mean-
thank you for that compliment from Hattie. By the way,
Oh, it
That
was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Wasn't it? That really made
That
my
was
day.
Hattie,
It really was.
yeah, that was
it
beautiful.
Was, you know. Mary's sister, and Mary knows who Mary and I've talked to. I will never say anything that I wouldn't say in front of Mary. Well, I can't know what he did, but I did. I was honored to do Mary's niece. I don't remember her name now. That's not important, but and so we did. She had crossed, and we did a memorial service for her. Mary's granddaughter, Mary's niece, went up to her grandmother, and the grandmother literally turned her back on her child, literally.
oh wow.
And I don't know how, I don't know how people can turn their back on their own children,
Wow.
because two things I do know. Is there's going to be a reconciliation in one family that I know of a child and his mother, without mentioning names, okay? And it's impossible, but I do know that's going to happen. How can people, and I hate it when I hear, oh, I can't wait for my kid to grow up. I can't wait for him to go out of the house. 'Cause you must see this all the time in the family. Doesn't it break your heart?
Oh, absolutely. In juvenile court, yeah, it does.
You know.
Yeah, I was actually, when I first got out of law school, I was doing juvenile court full time. So I was doing all the abuse and neglect cases, and I did that for about 2 years. And I just came home one day and said, Elix, I need to do something else. I'm bringing it home. It's too hard. It's just too difficult. So I left it for a couple of years, and then I came back, but on a much lighter scope. So I just represent kids that either don't go to school or just misbehave in school, but not the very serious
But
abuse
guess
and
what?
neglect
You're going to
cases.
be doing some more serious.
Oh, come on, Norm.
That isn't me.
Well, but now you know how to protect
You know how
yourself
to
better
protect
from
yourself.
the
Well, see, that's a
overwhelming
big thing,
emotions, because
you
it
know.
is overwhelming, the emotions, and you.
That's
ha-
right on point,
you know.
Lori. Yeah, absolutely. I get what you just said makes complete sense to me. It
I'm
really does.
actually challenging myself to become a legal assistant.
Really?
Yeah. This is something I've always wanted to do. And everybody tells me you can't do it. And I'm like, and when
I
you,
have my paralegal certificate.
yeah.
Why not?
You know,
I want to take the
yeah.
bar exam, but you have to go to law school to do that.
I've had some, oh, you can't do it. They told me I couldn't be a nurse. I became a nurse. I became
Wow.
a psych nurse.
But you're also a reverend, right?
Right. She is too.
Oh, I didn't know that. You are too.
Yes, I actually have a PhD. Yeah.
Really?
That's awesome.
And when people, it took me 5 years to go to 3 years of college. But I made it.
That's all
Right,
that
and
matters.
that's all that matters.
Right.
See, everybody has some sort of disabilities. Okay. You have a quirk which is a perfectionist.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What?
Oh
You
yeah.
have a limited attention span. So you have to learn how to refocus everything at times.
So on point.
You can't sit still for long periods of time. That's why you're an advocate for people today. And well, what are you going to do if someone? And the one thing that I want to make sure you will confirm this with. You're going to be representing a child that's like 16 or 17 that's going to be accused of trying to murder his father, and he didn't do it, and he's not guilty of it. It's going to be like either a parent or a mother or another child, because this child is so hated by his father and his mother that you're going to be representing him, and you're going to do it pro bono.
That's interesting.
Because it's going to be a challenge that you will like, and it'll be a challenge to prove that this young man really has the heart of gold, and he's also very spiritually guided.
Wow.
And it will be in the newspaper, so be prepared. What do they call it, the Boston Times or the Boston
Globe.
Yeah, the Globe.
I'm sorry.
The Boston Globe. Yeah.
I love his accent. He definitely he has a John Kennedy accent. Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really do. Be proud of that John Kennedy accent.
Actually, it's a Rhode Island accent. That's my
that's
whole.
a Boston accent.
Yeah, my whole life is born and bred in Like you're born and bred in Providence, and that's
But
once
you
you get
had
to an adult, you keep it, right? I mean, even though I've moved to,
But you also had that Boston accent.
I've never heard that, but when I came to
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, I just keep once a week. Still, once a week, someone will say, "Are you from New York?"
Yeah.
And it's Rhode Island because
So you live in Massachusetts now?
Yeah, since when we met in.
What do you call it, Massachusetts? We should call it New Hampshire, poor Hampshire, because they're not. And I find it interesting in New Hampshire now they're bringing what's that called, Keno? That
Keno, the game, yeah.
Yeah, they won't legalize gambling, but what is that Keno and what is Powerball and all that? It's not gambling, bingo.
But it is gambling.
It is
Of course
gambling.
it is.
And bingo can be cutthroat. I don't know
Oh
when's
my
the last
God.
time you went to bingo. They can get
Oh, yeah.
wow.
They get nasty.
Oh yeah.
I went to one and only one bingo game in my life, and I did the whole complete blackout. And I literally had to walk out of there running out because these women, they were going to probably kill me. The guy said, "Go out this way." I go, "Why?" He said, "You'll find out." They do. They take it serious.
Yeah.
Well, you can't sit in their seats, and there's special seats that everyone has, and
They have all these little good luck charms and all this stuff and more. But and it's still gambling. I can remember I went and I did a senior citizen show, and they had this in the senior citizen area. Did a show there, and they were playing not poker, but bingo. They had to pay a nickel for every because New Hampshire taxed them for playing bingo.
Really?
wow.
Yeah. And that's when I said, "You're kidding me, aren't you?" Nope. Every week they have to pay 15 cents. They save up all, send it all. Can you imagine that?
No,
That's sad.
it is. It's very sad.
Are we that desperate?
Apparently
One
so.
of the things I'm looking at you with, do you have a passport?
yes.
We both.
Okay, because you're both going to be going to Canada. And you're going to do a lot of traveling. You're going to have to learn how to balance your career with your mediumship. It's not going to be easy. You're going to be temperamental as hell.
And that's different. How?
You're going to have a lot
Not
more
me.
patience.
Yes. Gemini, Libra. The only ones that can deal with the craziness
No,
happening.
but it's hard right now to balance it. The legal and the
Right.
mediumship stuff. It is.
Right.
It's-
But don't let either one of them overpower you. Okay? Don't give up one or the other. Just learn how to balance them more.
that's what I'm trying to do. No, that's what I'm doing. So
What time do we have?
It's stupid. It's mad at me because I'm not walking well. I'm busy.
10 of.
10 of.
it's 10:06 already.
Yes.
Yes.
It goes
Are you
by
serious?
really
Time has
fast.
flown.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Swear to God.
I can't believe how fast that went by.
Would you two like to come back on again?
Of course.
Okay.
This
I'm
was like
looking
so
between
much fun.
Isn't it?
It is.
I'm looking between September and October.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
My
That w-
birthday's in October, so.
Huh?
My birthday's in October, so if you invite me back in October, I better have a birthday cake.
Oh, we will have that when next accident.
Wow.
The what?
Shame on you.
That's
The
jokester.
That's how he won't eat it. No,
And that would be spiritualvisionary.net for nasty emails.
no, actually we will. Okay. We'll clean all the bad vibrations that way.
Cake is good for everyone. Cake
Except Norm.
Except me, I can't
He
have it.
can't have
You
it.
can't-
I'm a
that's why
borderline
you were
diabetic.
bitter about it.
That's right.
Oh,
Okay.
now it makes sense.
Even though I had 3 of them.
He's not
And I
supposed
couldn't.
to.
I am so proud of myself. I didn't have any of them.
No
Except
cake
the
at all?
blueberry cake.
Wow.
You know, I'm a borderline diabetic, so I really watch what I eat on that. As much as I love it, even when I'm stoned, I know enough not to eat it. And that's hard.
That's pretty good to
Well,
go to 3 birthday parties and no cake.
Don't have them back on until I can come back because I don't know
won't.
when that'll be.
Well, let me know.
We
Well,
won't.
where are you going?
No, I have to take some.
It's a medical.
Oh, some time off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you want to give me a
Because I don't want
website?
to miss these guys.
Yeah, it's StephenTheMedium.com.
And mine is performancecoachingbyelix.com.
Elix, not Felix.
Not,
Elix.
not Felix,
I
Elix.
like Felix better. Felix the cat.
Elix the cat.
In their hair,
What better?
You meow at night when you purr.
I
It's
should
good this is
probably-
only 2 hours.
I should probably just go home now.
Dude, what I like about them, they have a marvelous sense of humor.
They do.
They really- and I
and
wanna
you
Well,
guys,
you
too.
You guys
Both
are
of you.
awesome together.
Yeah, you two make a great team. One of the, you're going on a cruise?
Yes.
Next year, yes, the mediumship
I'm
cruise.
so excited for you. I don't know why. I
I'll
just,
tell you something after the show's over about
Okay.
that.
And the information on the cruise is on his website, and he also has 2 shows coming up.
Okay.
The Chateau.
Oh, yeah, tell you what, the 2 shows coming up.
Oh
Yeah, actually, there's in Massachusetts, there's a restaurant called the Chateau, and I think there's 7 of them. So I'm actually going to be doing 7 shows at 7 different chateaus. So one September 7th in Westboro, and one October 12th in Norwood. So those are the 2 right
Norwood,
now.
Vermont?
Norwood, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Always.
Yes.
But again, all,
I
the,
also-
all the information is in the web. On
Yeah,
the
it's on my
website.
Excellent.
website.
Yeah,
Excellent.
okay. I have to tell you this. I've had a lot of phonies come on.
Not
Oh,
since I've been here. We
no.
only had one.
You're right. And after
One's enough, right?
yeah, and I will tell you this: you are a genuine medium.
Why, thank you.
It's very hard for me to give a
It
compliment.
hurt. It hurt.
It really does. You know.
One of these days he's gonna have a heart attack.
Do you have
That-
a compliment
that-
for me too? I mean,
Let me finish.
But
okay.
that means so
Really?
much to me.
I have
He's
done
the
this for
real
many,
deal.
many years. Okay, I'm 72, so goes to show you how many years I've been doing this ever since I was a child. But what you just did with her
With Mary.
was the
was
biggest.
beautiful.
And Mary's hard to get through to. Trust me when I say that, right? I love her dearly. She's my best friend. But Mary is very hard. And when you did that, I knew then. And when you knew about Hattie, you knew about all these other things. My young man, my congratulations. You are real.
Why, thank you. Thank you.
This man here, don't let all the education get to you. Do it by your own spirit, because you're fantastic at what you do. But don't
That's for
forget
sure.
to believe in yourself a little bit more.
Thank you.
How many times can you look in the mirror every day and say you're a winner?
I don't, but I will.
Please do.
Yeah.
And you too.
I'm a winner.
Always remember that you're beautiful inside, you're beautiful outside, and I always love you for who you are. The rest of them go and believe themselves. Okay. As long as you remember, and when you hold that cat, you're gonna love it. But as long when it keeps coming in, 9 out of 10, that means they're gonna get it when it keeps.
No, he's gonna love it. I
He
know.
really is.
Absolutely.
I know.
It's an orange colored cat,
Yeah. Oh my God! Of course he would.
and you're gonna name it Felix.
Helix and Helix.
Yeah.
And you're really, and it's okay. Thank you. And you're gonna just enjoy each other for another 25 to 30 years.
I love hearing that.
Or more.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Well,
Thank you for
Thank you,
having
guys.
us,
Thank you
both
for
of you.
having
It was
us.
a pleasure. It was an honor to meet both of you, really.
And everybody out there, remember every day that you are the winner. There's no such thing as losing.